This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
In a world where life mercilessly puts people into one struggle after the other, motivation becomes a factor of great value. While it is possible to find motivation in other people, like family members, friends, or colleagues, in other words, external motivation, this source might be limited and unreliable. Since there might be situations where a person has to face the problem alone, self-motivation or internal motivation would be a more appropriate choice. Such is the context where the phrase per aspera ad astra fits reasonably well. A Latin expression that can be interpreted in English as through hardships to the stars or aspiration takes us to the stars, is purely symbolic. With a simple meaning that work will be eventually rewarded, it resembles so desperately needed motivation in basically any cause. Thus, reaching the stars of enlightenment and awareness on this matter might be possible by undertaking a hardship of its more thorough definition through classification and division, analogy, and exemplification. Per aspera ad astra can be divided into two parts, per aspera and ad astra. The former's interpretation of through hardships should not be considered literally. The word hardship bears a negative emotional connotation of something that can only be overcome with great effort. In this case, however, the only mandatory variable to this equation is the effort, while the amount of effort is omitted for the symbolism's sake. In other words, the phrase applies to any type and amount of work. Considering the second interpretation, our aspiration takes us, it is possible to see the same dismissive attitude to the kind and the amount of work since only the desire matters here. Meanwhile, ad astra, or to the stars, symbolizes the result of the hardship. When people look at the night sky, only cynicism stops them from stretching their hands in an attempt to grasp something so vast and beautiful. Fortunately, cynicism has nothing in common with symbolism because it is the latter that allows transferring the night sky's properties to more tangible rewards that await at the end of even the simplest tasks. Dwelling more deeply into the phrase's meaning, ignoring that per aspera ad astra is most commonly cited in Latin despite available translations and interpretations being impossible. The days of the Latin language's prime time are long gone, but it remains the official language of one of the Christian branches, Catholicism. Per aspera ad astra is an old expression. Back in its origins, Christianity had a significant influence over people's lives. Consequently, it is only logical to imply that idioms of that time are greatly influenced by the Church as well. The existence of heaven and hell determines the Christian vision of human life. It is believed that life is hard and full of temptations. Still, if a believer manages to withstand them all, he will be rewarded with a peaceful and delightful afterlife in heaven, a place of endless happiness. It is also believed that heaven is situated somewhere amongst the skies. Thus, the analogy between the idiom's meaning and Christianity's vision of human life becomes plain after combining all of the puzzle pieces, overcoming hardships to ascend to the skies. Although there are many more practical implementations of per aspera ad astra. While the pleasant afterlife is tempting, not every person will be motivated enough by the stars so distant. The question of motivation is strictly personal, and the same is the question of faith. Therefore, many people set their stars closer, like in the case of the academic degree. A decision to go through several years of hard work does not seem attractive out of context. Achieving the diploma will require dedication, patience, and significant personal time investment. However, the academic degree shines in the acquired abilities and new possibilities. Firstly, a certificate serves as an upper hand in any employment competition. Secondly, the specialized knowledge obtained during the studies will allow for better job opportunities. Thirdly, the ability to search and process significant quantities of information will prove helpful throughout the rest of my life. Like the stars in the night sky, these and many more advantages become visible to anyone considering studying. The rest is a question of desire. A strictly symbolic expression, per aspera ad astra, which in its core means work will be eventually rewarded, possesses a great source of internal motivation. It consists of two parts. The first involves a deed to be done, while the second speaks of the deserved prize. Its meaning is analogous to Christianity's vision of human life, which promises to open the doors of heaven for those who live righteously. However, the idiom can also be applied to more worldly examples, like achieving an academic degree. In conclusion, a motivation problem might be challenging to overcome. However, those who manage to go per Aspera will undoubtedly come to ad Astra. This essay on per Aspera ad Astra phrase's extended definition was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one, on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for.